Good morning, traders. Today is March 14, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 515.50. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. SPY, FNGU, and QQQ all made inside day candles. FNGU in a downtrend, closed under the bearish trap, under the flat 17 EMA. SPY still in an uptrend, closed above the bullish trap and over the 17 EMA. QQQ still in an uptrend, closed inside the bearish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. IWM and Diamond Dow still in uptrends, made higher highs and higher lows, closing above their bullish traps and over their rising 17 EMA. Silver and gold in uptrends, made higher highs and higher lows while closing over their bullish traps, over the rising 17 EMAs. USO still in an uptrend, printed a higher high and a higher low, closing above the bullish trap and the rising 17 EMA. UNG returns to the downtrend, closing below a bearish trap and below the 17 EMA. US dollar index in a downtrend and consolidating around the 102.90 area. Give me just a second here. All right, I'm back. All right, so let's go take a look at some charts. All right, so here's SPY, daily chart of SPY. Okay, we've got a higher low, higher high, closing above a bullish trap over the rising 17 green dots right there. Okay, 10-minute chart, we'll take a look. See how we came down to these lows right through here. So right there, 515.50. That's going to be my pivot this morning. We break through that, I think we're headed lower. All right, so above that, I'm a bull. Below that, I'm a bear. There's SPY. We had a 2-day MMRP, and it was disrupted yesterday by the inside day. On the 2-day chart, this would be the igniting candle. That was the pause. That was the check of support. First price advancement candle, second, third, fourth. Fifth did not quite make it. Looks like they're going to take care of that business this morning. We'll see what happens. So there's SPY on the 2-day MMRP that ended yesterday, unless of course they recover it today and continue with that trend. So there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. Here's the Nasdaq, a little shelf lining up there. I didn't see that earlier. Now I see it clearly today. All right, let's take this down. Move this up just a little bit. Okay, so here's QQQ. Yesterday's price action, inside day, lower high, higher low, closing above a bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Wait, take that back. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside the trap, above the rising 17 EMA. Had it on the 2-day there. Just a minute, had to take care of that. FNGU. All right, so here's FNGU, another inside day, lower high, higher low, closing below a bearish trap. Okay, see how we took out this low here? That puts us in a downtrend. Okay, see how the 3 is crossed underneath the 8? That's also, but mainly because we made a lower low. Here's a low, made a lower low, now another lower low. So there's FNGU in a downtrend, closing below the bearish trap and below the flat 17 EMA. There's FNGU on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. That would be the IWM. Russell 2000, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Still in an uptrend, mid caps and small caps. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. All right, here's our Dow Jones Industrial. Diamond Dow, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA, still in an uptrend right there. Okay, so let's take a look at our technicals. How about that? All right, so we were up in the overbought zone for maybe meandered up there for a couple of 30-minute candles up there. Then we fell into the buy zone. Good news is we didn't drop into the buyer's chop zone, so they held it up here. Great job on T2122. T2123 gapped up, kind of moved to the right, and just kind of meandered right into VWAP right there. So green for the most part of the day until the very end, and then it just had a little bit of melting, but they recovered it nicely. So there's T2123 on the 15-minute chart. T2123 on the 3-bar chart. Still have space. Nice space between our 17 EMA, that's the green dots, and the price action right through there. FNGU indicator. Okay, you can see we were dealing with, well, I guess you can call that a falling 200 SMA right there. So we went up there first thing, and we went up there day before, and spiked it again, ran into it again yesterday. Okay, so we came in, kind of meandered over here to the right. Nice thing is this is a bull flag price action. You see that up and over to the right, so that's bullish. Like to see them get up over it. Of course, they were up and over it in the pre-market yesterday morning, and they're kind of doing the same thing this morning. The question is, can they hold it over this 200 SMA this morning? Okay, we get some bullish price action. Might be another inside day. We'll see. I don't think so, because we're well above yesterday's highs. So there's FNGU on SPY right now. So FNGU just kind of a bull flag. It's not a very big bull flag, let me say that, okay? Notice the flagpole is not very tall. Okay, the flag is much longer than the flagpole, almost twice as long. But that's still bullish right there. Even though we're in a downtrend, that's still bullish. All right, and notice this flagpole's much longer than this. So this could be the end. This could be the end of the uptrends for FNGU. We'll see what happens. SPY's doing well, but FNGU is just really struggling here with this falling 200 SMA. All right, let's go back to our charts. Okay, let's look at some energy. Here's USO. Okay, energy yesterday, petroleum, crude oil. Okay, right here, high, low, higher, high, closing over the bullish trap. They had a bearish trap yesterday or the day before. Yesterday we wound up with a bullish trap, closing over it, over the rising 17 EMA. Nice work on crude oil. Okay, UNG, different story. All right, we broke the low right here. That was the higher low. Well, we broke it. So now we're back into a downtrend. And you notice the price action for yesterday, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath a, well, I'm just going to call it falling. It's been falling for a while. A falling 17 EMA right there, okay? So we got everything's underneath our 17. This is bearish, all right? So we're coming back to test those lows that we made earlier. Maybe we make even lower lows. Those are all-time lows right there. So we're not too far from them. We'll see what happens. There's UNG. Hopefully we double bottom and get ourselves out of here for UNG. All right, so let's now take a look at some precious metals. All right, start off with silver. Silver had a rockin' good day. Right here, higher low, higher high. Big candle, 22.27 all the way up to 22.83, I think. Well, let's see, 22.92. Dollar move candle, big candle, all right? Almost could be, watch this for the MMRP. We were moving down, and you can see the rip up. Watch this settle out for a pause today, maybe a pullback to support tomorrow, and then look for a rip or some price advancement candles the following day. We'll see. This is just one big candle. Like to see some follow through come with it, If not, maybe the MMRP sets up. We'll see what happens. There's SLV. GLD, still in an uptrend as well. Okay, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. So everything doing good with GLD. Let's take a look at our semiconductors because they look like they put in a high the other day. All right, like the end of the move, because that's the biggest red candle I've seen in a long time right there. So we'll see what happens. What did they do? They had an inside day, okay, with a higher low and a lower high, closing inside the trap, but above a rising 17 EMA. Still bullish here on SMH, even though we had that huge red candle. All right, let's take a look at XLK. This is our technology sector. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside the trap, just like SMH, over the rising 17 EMA. Still bullish there, okay? Everything's still moving up. No big red candles except for this one. That's really not too bad, but that is a pretty good sized red candle. It's probably the biggest one we've seen since the rally. Maybe it's about that size there. And there's a good sized red candle right there. So, still bullish, XLK. Let's take a look at XLF. Let me say, they look like they are on a mission to set an all-time new high right there. I mean, look at this rip from 31 to 41. Huge rip in the financials. Okay, so what do we got? Yesterday's price action, higher low, higher high, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. All-time high to beat is 41.70. How close are we? We are at, I'm going to just use yesterday's price action, 41.21. So we are very close to setting a new all-time high in the financials. Okay, so let's take a look at transports. All right, so here we are with the transports. Yesterday's price action, lower high, higher low, higher high, higher low, closing below a bearish trap, below a flat 17 EMA right there. So transports in a bull flag right now. Just kind of moving to the right. I don't think they're done. I mean, even though they did set some new all-time high record up there a couple days ago, I don't think they're done. We'll see what happens. I don't see any indication unless, of course, we get a rounded top. Okay, so we'll see what happens. They just did a stock split or a ETF split, 4 for 1. So we'll see where they go from here. There's IYT. All right, let's go take a look at our... Well, let's look at, what do I want to look at? Not that one. Let's try this one right here. That's not the one. Here it is, right there. Okay, so here's our US dollar index. Okay, US dollar index in a downtrend, currently consolidating in bear flag mode, right around the 102.80 level. Lower high, lower low. Downtrend right now, okay? So I'm picturing this downtrend take us down here. We'll see what happens. Back down to the 100 level, maybe even lower. Maybe down to the 99, maybe into the 98s. We'll see what happens. We're in a downtrend. We got a lower high right here. And we also, if you look from this low, it's a higher low. So we'll see where they go. They've been kind of like bouncing around here. So, but currently, US dollar index in a downtrend. All right, take a look at the earnings calendar. Let's crank this up. Adobe, 261 billion. They're going to report tonight. All right, they're one of those heavily weighted stocks. All right, Petro Brazil, 96 billion. They're going to report sometime today. And Dollar General going to report this morning 35 billion. Tomorrow, nothing notable. All right. As far as market moving, there's some notable stocks here, but nothing really market moving. All right. You got, Jabil. They're going to report 19 billion. Okay. So, but nothing really that could affect the markets. On Monday, again, nothing really market moving. There might be some familiar names in here, like Azul and some of the other ones, but for the most part, nothing there really big enough, big enough market cap to move the market. And Tuesday's a light day, so that's it. We'll stop right there. Let's go back to our economic calendar. This morning at 8:30, jobless claims are going to come out. Remember, the last jobs report gave us an increase of jobs. So it'll be interesting to see if this supports that. PPI final demand also at 8:30. Retail sales at 8:30. Business inventories 10 o'clock. And we're going to have a natural gas report at 10:30. And from there, we got Friday. It's going to be quadruple witching. Empire State Manufacturing Index, 8:30. Import-export prices, 8:30. Industrial production, 9:15. Consumer sentiment at 10. Okay, so everything's happening. Most everything's happening at 8:30 this morning for today. All right, for Max Payne for today, 314. They have it listed as 513. I don't think we're going anywhere near that. All right, Max Payne for Friday is, do they have it up here? All right, I'll go back to the other one. I don't know why those guys decided to stop what they were doing. That was the whole reason for going there, was seeing the Max Payne, and now they don't want to print it. I mean, how ridiculous can you be? What do we need it for? Max Payne for Friday, 494. Wow, that's a big drop from 513. Let me just say that. All right, we got almost 2 3/4 puts to every call. I don't know. I smell a short squeeze on quadruple witching. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Not sure why they don't want to make it easy. They used to give us the Max Payne. Max Payne, here it is. For the 15th, according to this website, is 490. And that could have been yesterday's data. So we'll see what happens there. All right, traders, I'll take questions in the room. And for everybody out there in video land, hey, I want to thank all of my new subscribers, to the Facebook group, BYOB. I want to thank all my new subscribers to my YouTube channel. Welcome and thank you for subscribing and leaving a nice comment. I really appreciate that. That helps me out. I love the interaction on the channel, on the YouTube channel, and in the Facebook group account. So I hope to see more of that. Thank you for being a part of BYOB. All right, so everybody out there in video land, I'll see you about 4 o'clock. All right, I'm going to take questions in the room, and if there's no questions, I'm going to render my video. All right.